Hello everyone, welcome to match number 3. We are on the play here with the blue-white Emeria Titan deck. Okay, so our opponent's name is Ballglaze. So do we take him at face value here? Or do we just keep this hand and hope for the best? Yeah, I think this is a fine hand. We have the Lone Missionary to gain us some life. We have the Flickerwisp to provide maybe a little bit of pressure in the event of a combo. Excuse me, in the event of a combo matchup, so let's see what we can do here. We really like to draw these Titans, but unfortunately, okay. At least this Lone Missionary gives us a little bit of a clock here in this matchup. Might be able to do a little bit of work until our opponent starts playing Planeswalkers and things of that nature. So let's see. One has 2 lands in play. I think we will play the Flickerwisp here, just because I think I want to try and take advantage of this fast start. Now, if our opponent has a path to exile, well, then they just ramp us. Oh, okay, they are playing Mana Leak, so in most, at least last when I was looking at control lists, Mana Leak was only played as like a one of, so Mana Leak certainly was not at the forefront of my mind, to be completely honest. I guess we'll play at the quarter here. And try for another Flickerwisp before our opponent can get Snap Mana Leak online. And if they have a second Mana Leak, well then, goodness me, I guess I need to be... Sure. So unfortunately, our opponent might go ahead and cast a Jace here, but there isn't anything we can do about that, unfortunately. They also might have Supreme Verdict, so... But I feel like the only way we stand a chance of winning this game is by putting some pressure on before our opponent can really get going, so... Right? So just keep getting in with the Missionary here. Wall, draw some cards. The Ruin seems good. So, worth noting, in this matchup, we do have our, what's it called, available. I think we'll just field right here. Grab another Plains. So our opponent is probably digging for a sweeper. We have enough mana for a Titan here. If they have Supreme Verdict, this is going to feel really, really bad. But again, I think I'm just going to kind of... They're a little behind on land, so we're just going to do this. And, ooh, you know what? We're going to get back our Flickerwisp. And then we're going to attempt to flicker our Sun Titan to get back our Emeria. So he comes back. We grab our Emeria. And we're set to just about kill our opponent next turn if they can't find either a Terminus or a Supreme Verdict. But even if they do get a Supreme Verdict, we're also really close to having a Emeria online. Okay. So unfortunately for our opponent, they will not be able to, unless they can find an answer for our Emeria, they will not be able to keep up with us returning Sun Titan at the beginning of every upkeep. So, sure, which we will actually get to do, because we have 7 planes in play. And what I think we will do is... Wait. So why did this not... Ah, yes, Exile, of course. Disregard everything I just said, because I'm a silly goose. So, I guess we'll move to attacks. We'll attack with both of these. And this time I'm going to hold the second Flickerwisp, because if they play a sweeper, we're going to need to recover and keep going after our opponent's life total. So, it says Kanta is a little scary. It's 6 or more cards, or 7 or more cards? 7, okay. So our opponent can potentially flip as Kanta next turn. They do not have mana for Supreme Verdict, though. Okay, Path on our Flickerwisp. Well, nothing we can do about that. And we have all of our basics, so... won't be able to do anything there. Now, here's something interesting. So, we're going to return the Lone Missionary, of course. Gain some life. I think I have... Ooh, Gideon of the Trials. That's a good one. Do you want to play the Emblem game? Sure, why not? Oh, did I forget to play land? That's okay, I guess. Our opponent is really getting mana screwed here, which is unfortunate for them. It's another Snapcaster. Timely, okay. Well, that will certainly buy our opponent many turns here. Ah, excellent. That's just what we wanted. So why don't we start going after some of our opponent's mana here. Okay, so floating white makes me not want to activate our Gideon this turn, because I don't want him to get Path to Exiled. So we'll try and sidestep that. There, I guess we'll play out. No, that's right, we double Ghost Quartered our opponent, so we can't get greedy there. It's another Snapcaster, Path to Exile. Yes, okay. So our opponent's doing a pretty good job of keeping us off of our creatures in the graveyard with these Path to Exiles, but with this active Ghost Quarter, I think they're gonna start to have a really difficult time. Okay, so they path their own token. That makes sense. So we will definitely offer the trade here. Ironically enough, our opponent could not be playing a deck further from the truth, so to speak. Alright, so our opponent's tapped out. We have an active Emeria, so I'm going to go ahead and play out the Flickerwisp here. And I'm going to target... Do we want to draw a card? Or do we want to untap the Missionary? I think I want to draw a card. So the Strand, okay. Alright, so our opponent found a white source. So there's all kinds of things they could do here. This is a Planeswalker, we might be in a bit of trouble. Okay, it is. My gut instinct is that they will return the Flickerwisp to our hand. They might also brainstorm in order to put a sweeper on top of their library. Okay, so they're going to Fate Seal us. Interesting. Detention Sphere, targeting what? Targeting our Crucible. Okay. So our opponent definitely has the tools here. Alright. So I think we're going to power up our creatures and go at Jace with everything. Comes a 4/4. Unfortunately, we can't allow that Jace to live for too many turns, or it's going to gain our opponent way too much value. Then in our second main phase, we'll go ahead and play out a Wall of Omens. I hope this thing hit a land destruction land. It does not. But we do get a redraw here with the Hussar. Also down on clock, so I'm going to have to play a little faster. Okay, so the Spreading Seas is great. So take the Spreading Seas here. And we'll go ahead and spread up there as Kanta. Unfortunately, we do not have a way to get rid of this Detention Sphere. Into another Wall of Omens, okay. We still did not play at a land this turn, I don't believe. If we could draw a Ghost Quarter, oh no, it's Gideon, okay. Alright. Let's see what our opponent can come up with this turn. They've already cast 2 Path to Exiles, I guess? Yeah. Okay. Opponent's probably looking for a Field of Ruin for our Emeria. Opponent does still have plenty of tricks and things over there, though. We're gonna keep the the farmland in the deck for now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So in order to play around Terminus, I'm not going to fire up the Gideon this turn. We'll go ahead and plus on this gentleman. And then attack Flickerwisp and Hussar into the Jace. Because if our opponent dunks our Gideon, I think we're in a heap of trouble here. They might be considering a Cryptic Command. Yep. Okay. Draw a card. Alright. And there's the Terminus. Okay. Alrighty, moving right along here. Alright, so opponent found a Colonnade. And they get to brainstorm with Jace. So what are the odds that they have a path? We really need a Detention Sphere of our own here. Because we are definitely up against it at this point. Our opponent gets Cryptic Command mana back. So we probably can't win now. I think our window has closed. Well, that is a Detention Sphere. think, if just in case they're holding up Cryptic, I'm going to go ahead and make Gideon a man. Or no. Hold on. Sorry. Make Gideon a man. And we're going to attack Jace. See if that is a thing we'll be allowed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to bounce. Turn and draw. Okay. So our opponent's now tapped out. So we're going to go ahead and play out our own Detention Sphere. Target there to Fairy. Yes, already. Play out this Gideon. We're going to tick up on the Colonnade. Okay. Another Colonnade. Opponent is very persistent. Fortunately, I just don't think we can beat this Jace. So even if we knock it off the table now, I bet our opponent just untaps and plays another one. Alright. And if we do that, that also means that our Gideon dies to a Colonnade next turn. But, alright. I think we gotta at least try to get the Jace. Okay. Looks like they have a Terminus. So that goes on to the bottom of our deck. We'll go ahead and play this. And we're going to play second Gideon. And pass turn. So if our opponent wants to, alternatively, I guess they can plus their Jace. And that's pretty bad for us too. So they got 2 Flickerwisps and a Sun Titan. Other than that, the rest of our creatures are still in here, hanging out somewhere. It's another Teferi. Alright, so they are going to fire up the Colonnade. Take out our Gideon. Okay. Well, there's Wrath of God. That's not doing a whole heck of a lot. So I'm sure they have a path for this Missionary. Or, again, they just have another Jace in hand. One of the two. Oh, that's weird. Has a power and toughness box there. Alright, looks like it's a race. See if our opponent has another land they can play. Do double Colonnade. We've also not drawn any. Alright. We've also not drawn any of our our Gideon. Ooh, I guess we could also get our Ghost Quarter. That's good to know. Yeah, you know what? We should have got our Ghost Quarter. Now they're going to path our Titan. And then we'll be sad. Okay, they have a Ghost Quarter of their own. So, no, we still have 2 Emeria left in our deck, so... And they just kill our Gideon, I guess. Ooh, it's Fairy. Yuck. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Here's a Naked Flickerwisp. And we're going to flicker Detention Sphere. Let Detention Sphere come back, get their Fairy. Alright. This is an absurd game. Alright, well there's a path. So I guess we attack. Yeah, definitely should have Ghost Quartered. Definitely should have Ghost Quartered their, got back the Ghost Quarter instead of the Gideon there. With the Titan. I was not thinking. Looks like our opponent might spend a Cryptic Command on this. Okay. Alright. Wonder if there's any... Well, it soaks up damage, I guess. It makes our opponent tap their mana, so... Okay, Supreme Verdict of our own does not do anything, unfortunately. Alright, so there's another Emeria, but we can't play that yet. Because our opponent will just kill it. So we need to get a Field of Ruin of our own. Okay, Flickerwisp. Alright, so why don't we do this? Why don't we play Flickerwisp? Alright, so we're going to target our opponent's Detention Sphere. Play our Field of Ruin, then it comes back, and they have to choose, or do we just flicker our opponent's Field of Ruin? Or hold on, if we do their Field of Ruin, it doesn't make any sense. So I guess we have to do this. I guess we could have shuffled our deck, but... Okay, so I guess we get the Ghost Quarter and get their Field of Ruin. I don't know, maybe I messed it up. Maybe I was supposed to get something else. Ooh, I guess they could get Spreading Seas, but they don't want to do that. Alright, so we'll play the Emeria. Try and get the Sun Titan back out. Okay. Third Colonnade, wowzers. Okay. So if they do that, then I'm guessing that they don't have an answer for it. So let's do that. And let's do this. I'm sure they're going to Snapcaster. Snapcaster Cryptic Command. Or cast like 4 mana leaks, something along those lines. Launching out for 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, no, 9. Okay. Alright, so if they don't draw their land destruction land, they do not. Okay. So here we will get to return a Sun Titan. And when we do so, we will grab a Ghost Quarter. And we will Ghost Quarter a Colonnade. Sure. Play a Field of Ruin. Let's see, nope. Alright. How about Sun Titan? I choose you. Yeah, Ghost Quarter this. Cycle of Farmland. Second path. Okay, gotta watch our clock here. No. Terminus, yep. So we have a Flickerwisp. In our graveyard. Get the Flickerwisp. So we're gonna grab our dealie back here. Play our Ghost Quarter. Get rid of that. Play a lone Missionary. Okay, so this game is gonna be about the clock here, so we're gonna need to pick it up. This is Supreme Verdict. Hardcast Terminus. Is there a way to, like, Lone Missionary? Always yes. Okay. So find a Jace. Okay. Oh shoot, I needed to cast the other Lone Missionary. Forgot. Okay. So... okay, there we go. We bored our opponent to death. So, there you go. Hey, well, I somehow seem to have broken the streak here of horrible blue-white matchups that we had been facing. Yeah, this deck, I have played against this deck as the blue-white control deck before, and it is miserable. It is, yeah, relatively miserable. It's very difficult to get ahead of them, and that game was really neat. It seemed like, I know that every now and then, I don't remember if it's Wizards or Star City Games, it does like the little advantage bar thing when they're doing their match coverage, and it just would have been fun to see that thing just teeter-totter back and forth, kind of all game there. That was just an all-out slugfest and a fun game of Magic. Again, this league so far, we've had the fortune to play against some very interactive decks, and I think that's where our Emeria deck excels. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll head into the fourth match.